You were told to avoid all root vegetables because they spike your blood sugar. Doctors are not telling you the whole truth. Some of them can push your glucose to 200 in under an hour. But others can keep you stable at 130 and give you sustained energy all day long with zero spikes. And nobody has ever explained exactly which ones you can eat and which ones you must avoid. I know what you have been told: no potatoes, no sweet potatoes, no cassava, nothing that grows underground is allowed if you are diabetic. But this general rule is completely false, and it is making you miss out on incredibly nutritious foods that could actually help you control your diabetes better. Hello, I am Dr. Louise, a physician specialized in diabetic nutrition with 25 years of experience. Today I am going to reveal the 7 root vegetables that every diabetic can and should eat to get quality carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and stable energy without destroying their blood sugar. You have been avoiding root vegetables entirely out of fear that they will spike your glucose. Do you feel deprived watching your family eat sweet potato while you sit there with only a plate of salad? Do you feel like your diet is boring and restrictive without these comforting foods? You are not alone. Millions of diabetics eliminate every single root vegetable from their diet because nobody ever taught them which ones are safe and how to prepare them correctly. Now imagine being able to eat sweet potato, yam, or carrot without your blood sugar exploding. Imagine having more variety on your plate without any guilt. Imagine enjoying comforting, satisfying meals that keep you full for hours with none of those terrible spikes after eating. All of this is possible with the right root vegetables prepared the right way. And the number 3 vegetable on this list has such a low glycemic index that some diabetics eat it every single day without seeing any spike at all in their numbers. So stay with me, because what comes next could completely change the way you see carbohydrates forever. Before we continue, I want to ask you something that means a great deal to me. If you find this content useful, please subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a single video. Your support is what allows me to keep sharing this kind of life-changing information with people who truly need it. Now tap that bell and let us keep going, because this next part is where everything changes. Let me tell you about Roberto, a 64-year-old patient who came to my office 6 months ago feeling completely defeated by his diet. "Doctor," he told me with pure frustration, "I have been avoiding everything I love for 2 years. No rice, no bread, no potato, no sweet potato, nothing but grilled chicken and salad. I am exhausted from eating the same thing every single day." Roberto had been diabetic for 4 years. His glycated hemoglobin was at 7.8%, not terrible, but not within his target range either. But his biggest problem was not his numbers. It was that he felt like his diet was a prison. He was miserable, deprived, and full of resentment. And when people feel that way for too long, they eventually break and begin eating in a completely uncontrolled way. He admitted to me that he had started eating cookies in secret at night. "Not many," he told me with shame, "just 3 or 4. But I know I should not. I feel so deprived that those cookies are my only escape." I asked him which root vegetables he was avoiding. "All of them," he answered. "My doctor told me that carbohydrates raise blood sugar. So I eliminated everything: potatoes, sweet potatoes, cassava, carrots, all of it." That was the core problem. Roberto was following a rule that was far too general and making him suffer unnecessarily. I explained to him that not all root vegetables are the same. Some have a high glycemic index and raise blood sugar rapidly. But others have a low to moderate glycemic index, are packed with fiber, and can absolutely be part of a safe diet for diabetics when prepared and portioned correctly. I gave him a specific list of 5 root vegetables he could reintroduce in controlled portions. I explained exactly how to prepare them, when to eat them, and what to pair them with. 2 weeks later he called me, genuinely emotional. "Doctor, I ate sweet potato 3 times this week and my blood sugar after meals never went above 155. I cannot believe I avoided it for 2 entire years." 1 month later, Roberto was eating root vegetables 4 or 5 times a week. His energy had improved considerably. He no longer felt that constant exhaustion. And most importantly, his diet was varied and sustainable. After 3 months, his hemoglobin had dropped from 7.8% to 7.3% simply because he was finally following a plan he could actually maintain without feeling miserable. Now let me show you exactly which 7 root vegetables these are and why they are safe for diabetics when used correctly. Number 1. Sweet potato. The sweet potato is one of the most powerful, versatile, and safe root vegetables a diabetic can eat regularly. Unlike the ordinary white potato, which has a dangerously high glycemic index of 85 to 95, the sweet potato has a much lower index of only 44 to 61 depending on how it is prepared and cooked. This places it firmly in the low to moderate category, meaning it releases glucose into your blood gradually and in a controlled manner instead of causing the dramatic dangerous spike. It is loaded with high-quality dietary fiber, providing about 4 grams of fiber per 100 grams of cooked sweet potato. This fiber slows digestion and the absorption of sugar in your intestine considerably, keeping your glucose levels far more stable for hours after your meal. It is also rich in beta-carotene vitamin A, that vibrant orange pigment that supports your vision, your immune system, and the health of your skin, all of which suffer with chronically elevated blood sugar. The secret is a specific bioactive compound called Kyapo, which has been studied extensively for its documented ability to improve insulin sensitivity and naturally reduce fasting blood glucose. Cook it whole with the skin at 200 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. Always serve it with lean protein and non-starchy vegetables like broccoli or spinach. The correct portion is half a cup of cooked cubed sweet potato, or 1 small sweet potato roughly the size of your closed fist. Number 2. Turnip. The turnip is one of the most underestimated root vegetables for diabetics. With a glycemic index of only 30, it is one of the lowest that exists. This means it causes minimal elevation in your blood sugar, making it an extremely safe option. Turnips are incredibly low in calories, only 28 per 100 grams, but rich in fiber that supports digestion and slows sugar absorption. They also contain glucosinolates, compounds with anti-inflammatory properties that can help combat the chronic inflammation associated with diabetes. Roast them in cubes with olive oil and herbs like rosemary or thyme, or add them to soups, stews, and stir-fries. Number 3. Carrot. Carrots are crunchy, naturally sweet, and perfect for diabetics when consumed correctly. With a glycemic index of 35 to 40 when raw, they release sugar slowly. However, when overcooked, their glycemic index can climb all the way to 85, so preparation is critical. The secret with carrots is to eat them primarily raw or lightly steamed for no more than 5 to 7 minutes. When overcooked, their fibrous structure breaks down and sugar is absorbed far more quickly, causing exactly the spikes you're trying to avoid. One of my patients, Carlos, 62 years old, used to boil his carrots for 25 minutes and his blood sugar climbed to 175. When he switched to raw or 5-minute steamed carrots, it stayed at 140. Number 4. Yam. Yam is different from sweet potato, even though many people confuse the two. True yam has a glycemic index of approximately 51, which places it in the moderate but still manageable category for diabetics in the correct portion. What makes yam especially powerful is its high content of resistant starch when cooked and then cooled. When you cook yam and let it cool in the refrigerator for several hours, a portion of the starch converts into resistant starch that your body cannot fully digest. This further reduces its impact on your blood sugar. Boil or roast it, then let it cool, and serve half a cup with baked fish and green vegetables. Number 5. Beet. Beet has a moderate glycemic index of approximately 61. But do not let that scare you. It is loaded with dietary fiber that slows the absorption of its natural sugar, and its benefits for diabetics go far beyond the glycemic index. Beet contains nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that improves blood circulation and lowers blood pressure, critical for diabetics facing elevated cardiovascular risk. Studies suggest that beet can improve insulin sensitivity, allowing your body to regulate blood sugar more effectively. Roast it, steam it, or enjoy it raw in fresh salads. The correct portion is half a cup of cooked beet. Number 6. Garlic. Technically, garlic is a bulb and not a root vegetable, but it absolutely earns its place on this list for its incredible benefits for diabetics. It contains compounds like allicin, which have been studied for their ability to improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood glucose levels. Garlic also reduces inflammation, supports heart health, and strengthens immunity, all vital for diabetics. Add it to stir-fries, soups, or roasted vegetables to enhance both flavor and health benefits. Number 7. Onion. Onions are a foundational cooking ingredient, but also a secret weapon for diabetics. Rich in sulfur compounds and antioxidants, particularly quercetin, onions play a significant role in reducing inflammation and improving insulin sensitivity. They have a low glycemic index, causing a gradual release of glucose into the blood and preventing dangerous spikes. Sauté minced onions in olive oil and combine them with lean proteins like chicken or fish. Add raw onions to salads for a crunchy, savory touch. Today you have discovered the 7 root vegetables every diabetic can eat safely. Sweet potato with its low glycemic index that improves insulin sensitivity. Turnip with a glycemic index of only 30. Raw carrot that releases sugar slowly. Yam that creates resistant starch when cooled. Beet that improves blood circulation and insulin sensitivity. Garlic that reduces fasting blood sugar. And onion that stabilizes glucose with its low glycemic index. Always respect your portions. Half a cup of cooked root vegetable per meal. Always combine them with protein and non-starchy vegetables. This week, choose 2 of these vegetables. Prepare them the way I showed you, eat the right portion with protein, and measure your blood sugar 2 hours after. The numbers will surprise you. If this video helped you, share it with someone who has been avoiding all root vegetables out of fear. Leave me a comment telling me which vegetable you are going to try first. I love knowing that I have made a difference. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself and always remember, the right carbohydrates can be your allies, not your enemies. I am Dr. Louise, and I will see you very soon.